I did play high school basketball, and I did get 1 3-pointer.
You did ever?
Yeah.
Was it a corner three?
Yeah. It was not quite the corner, but not straight on. I actually up faked the guy. He went flying into the bench. I sidestepped him, and I shot a 3. It was like the seniors game. It was like my final game. It was
Nice.
like everybody went crazy. It was the most lucky shot I've ever had in my life.
What position did you play?
Oh, oddly enough, I played center, even though I am not very tall.
How
I knew
tall
how
are
to
you?
box. I knew how to box people out. I knew positioning.
Right.
You know, much like Draymond Green.
Right.
How tall am I? Oof.
Yeah. Is that getting too personal?
On my card, I write 5'10".
Right. Let's Talk Oculus is proudly sponsored by the good folks at Patreon. If you want to support the show, join us on patreon.com/playtestvr. What's up, Oculus nerds? I'm Dan from Playtest VR. Welcome back to episode 46 of Let's Talk Oculus. As always, some call him Maverick. I call him the Iceman. It's Samson. How you doing?
Oh man! And here's where I dropped the little-known secret.
He's never seen Top Gun.
I've never seen Top Gun.
To be fair, I'm not gonna lie to you. On last Saturday, I watched the first Top Gun for the first ever time. And I won't lie to you. I know, obviously, I'm not American, and I didn't watch it as a kid, and I really didn't like that film. But, but I watched the second one. No spoilers. I watched the second one a couple of days ago. Amazing film. If I thought
first one's an '80s film.
Yeah, like 86.
Are you not a fan? Are you like generally a fan of '80s?
Yeah. It's just. There's a lot of problems, I thought. Maybe as a kid, I would have been like, let's go, you know? But the thing is, if I thought Top Gun's a 3 out of 10, Top Gun Maverick is like a 9.5. It's so much better. And you got to watch it in IMAX. Watch it in the biggest theater ever, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, how are you doing? Obviously, your beloved Celtics game 1. They obviously won today.
Yeah, little Celtics.
You know? They obviously won today. Game 1 win. We're recording this as the game is on.
This guy predicts the future.
Oh man, too funny. Anyway, let's get into the episode. So today it's pretty much Let's Talk PlayStation. We've just had the state of play. We've had a few VR titles, not as much as we expected from the state of play, but we wanted to wait. Normally, Let's Talk Oculus is every Wednesday, but we wanted to wait for the state of play just in case anything comes up that would be interesting to talk about. But it does spark the beginning of...
It was also Memorial Day.
It was also Memorial Day. Yeah, exactly. We were both out getting drunk. So
yeah, I'm not going to lie. Come on.
It would have been a very... I mean, it's already started weird, this podcast, but anyway... Sparks is the start of the challenges. We've got PlayStation in the red corner. We've got blue corner rather. We've got the Pico Neo in the red corner. You know, about to challenge the Oculus in the purple corner. All
right. We're talking about Pico Neo right now.
We're gonna later. We'll come back to it. We'll also.
I'm ready to go.
We'll also speak to Samson's addiction to grab last week, and another Walkabout Mini Golf Course got released. But first, some housekeeping. Let's Talk Oculus is normally available every single Wednesday. If any delays happen, we do post it in our Discord, which gets me on that. We do have a Discord if you want to join any multiplayer games on there. There's a good community building in there. Audio listeners for the podcast can see the video version on the Let's Talk Oculus YouTube channel, and for you video watchers, the episode is on all good podcast platforms and some rubbish ones as well. Like I said, if you want to be part of the show, join us on the Discord, but if you really like us, you can throw us $1 at patreon.com/playtestvr for early access episodes. Well, at least I tend to give you early access episodes. All the links will be in the description below. Samson, before we kick off, what was your Memorial Day like?
Unleash me. Come on. I want to talk about Pico Neo.
Did you get the Pico Neo?
No, I did not. Europe. Come on. I am in Europe.
Yeah.
If anybody's getting it, it's your dad.
Maybe.
How's my Memorial Day? My weekend was great. Was great.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Have you been playing any VR in the past week?
Have I played any VR? Dude, I cannot get out of grab.
What is grab? Explain it to the people.
All right, so let's pretend that Minecraft like had a baby with gorilla tag, and this baby was named Parkour,
Mm.
and that is this game.
Mm.
So you move around by like dragging yourself, much in the way of like old school Gorn, maybe.
Yeah.
I remember like when Gorn boots up, that's how you move around. Have a God, what do you call it? Like a rappel thing like Batman
Like a
has,
grapple
like a
hook.
grapple, exactly a grapple. So you have a grapple that you can link onto some things. You can only grab onto certain materials. Some materials you're forced to like just jump on. You jump by grabbing and just like forcing yourself. And it is amazing. And you can design levels. I've gotten into level design. And a lot of children though do play this game. I'm not gonna lie.
What kind of
Uh,
levels? What kind of levels are you making? Are they like puzzles? Or
ooh,
are they just worlds?
I
Or
love the parkour, and I love to make it a bit challenging.
mm.
The levels I'm making are pretty long as I can make them at least. Um,
Is that like a
and
target that you have
a
to
lot
get
of
to?
jumps. Yeah. So there's a beginning point and then an end point.
Right.
And God knows what in between.
Nice. Very
And
good.
like multiplayer, you can grab onto somebody else and then like propel yourself off of them.
Mm.
So there is a grab a league where they try to beat these levels in a certain amount of time. And I was like to one of my friends, I was like, hey, we should like see about grab league. We're like, all right, so they list this level and they're
Mm-hmm.
like a rank 1 through 10. And around like 4 or 5 is where you start having to beat the level in like 8 and 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And me and my friend beat the level together, like needing one another in 60 minutes.
Nice.
So we're a little far away from Grab League,
I was gonna
I
say.
think.
I was
But
gonna-
these kids don't have work.
That's a long
They've got
level too.
they've got
60
time.
minutes. 60 minutes.
Dude, but people can beat it in 5. That's the thing.
60 minutes. Yeah, I know. But you spent 60 minutes in that level. Wow, that's
Oh yeah,
crazy.
100%. We spent over an hour beating levels before because
Yeah.
you just like you get in it and you're like, all right, I know what to do.
Mm,
It's like a platformer. It's like playing Crash Bandicoot, but you are Crash, right?
that's
Like
awesome.
you know what to do. You just have to execute.
Yeah, and this is a free app on App Lab, right?
Yes, they do offer some paid DLC. Uh, Dev is pretty active. If you're in the Discord, very active.
Mhm.
Community is pretty active, very helpful. Like I be honest, but I was like, all right, I said to my friend, like, let's do a public game, let's try it.
Mhm.
So we go into it. It's max of 6 people. So it's me and my friend, 4 other people. First of all, I make the room. 5 people join before my friend can join me. So I have to close the room. Now
Wow.
there's no host migration yet. So it
Mhm.
closes the room. I felt a little bad. I made a room right away. My friend joined first, and then immediately 4 people joined.
Yeah.
One was kind of annoying, 3 others perfectly fine. One of the others, most patient kid I've ever met in VR, tried to help the kind of annoying kid like over and over and over for, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes. Helped him greatly, but then I think that he just wasn't good enough and he just quit the level.
Yeah.
Uh yeah, and then played with these 2 others. So it was me, my friend, and 2 other people for about 45 minutes, and then they eventually finished and quit. And me and my friend,
Just end
he actually finished. I didn't finish that level.
is this available on like flat screen as well? Is why there's so many kids, or is it
No, it's
just
just a free game. It's like Gorilla Tag, man.
right? And it's just popular as hell. It's just on the
Yeah. And so I asked all of them actually when I got in the game. I was like, "How did y'all hear about this game?"
Mhm.
TikTok, every single one of them.
Got it. That makes a lot of sense now. Now I'm like, how did all these kids come? Because it is an App Lab game too. It's not like it's on the
Yeah,
store.
no, they see this shit on TikTok, and that's how it spreads.
Wow. Fair enough. Fair
Because
enough.
nobody's on YouTube playing this. Like
No, it's like
I've chirped at BMF a bit to try to play it, and a few other content creators to try and get them to play it, but I've never seen a video for it yet.
oh, it's time you should make one. Spreading VR, everybody.
Yeah, Samson 143. But I don't know. Yeah, I ain't getting views. Like BMF's getting 200,000,
Yeah,
300K
maybe
views.
maybe it's because it's an early access and there's a
Yeah, I have
few.
no idea. I have no idea. I
Yeah,
imagine if one of them did it, like the others
yeah,
might,
for sure,
you know,
for
like
sure.
Rogue Ascent. Nobody covered that for what, the first month that game was out. And then all of a sudden one person covers it, they see how many views, and then boom, 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 boom,
Everyone,
boom, 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 boom.
yeah, that's the
But
spiral.
uh but
Wow.
yeah, and here's the thing. I think if like four of them played together, that would be that'd be clutch. That would be good. But yeah,
Wow.
I've been playing a lot of grab.
Yeah, I see that. It's amazing, right? How like a free App Lab title can capture you, right, more than any
Yeah,
other.
and like so it took me like a week of playing where I was like, all right, I'm just gonna play the levels, other
Hmm.
people's levels, and then I got into building my own. And then all of a sudden, like during the day, I'd just be like, all right, I'm conceiving freaking levels during my time.
Yeah.
And then I'd get home from work and I just want to build these levels.
Is it easy to build? Like it's fairly intuitive.
Um, I was intimidated at first, but
Yeah.
uh but yeah, it's pretty easy
Once you get
once you get
into
the
it.
hang of it. Basically, like you just flip up your wrist. It's got all the different shapes of the like
Hmm.
six different materials or whatever. And then pending how big you are, you squeeze in to make yourself bigger, or squeeze out to make yourself smaller.
Yeah.
Will be how big the piece will be, and then you can also resize it once you make it.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. I bet.
I mean, yeah, if I can do it, a caveman can do it.
Is it easy to find like the good levels? Like, is there like a ranking
No,
system or no? So it's just
uh,
unless you're
so there
searching,
are, so they're sorted. There's verified levels.
right?
Pretty easy to be a verified level though. You just have to like submit it to the Discord basically.
Oh, okay.
And there are before verified levels. There's I forget what the category is called, but it's just like it's where the tutorial levels are,
Hmm.
and they're just like really
Yeah.
like those levels are gonna be fine
Yeah.
generally.
Yeah.
And then there's uh
A slew.
a boatload of
Is there any
other
system? Like, is there like a star system
yeah,
or
so at the
ranking?
end, no star system, rank system. So at the end, you're like, do you like this map or not?
Oh, and you
You
can
hit
vote.
yes or no. And then the dev and or the mods are constantly like verifying them.
Mm,
And so basically, when you make a map, you can like publish it, but to verify it, you have to do it yourself.
got
So
it.
you have to get from start to end, and then it'll be verified. And
Yeah, you got to
then
make sure it's like finish it. Like
you
you
can
can
do it
finish it, like
exactly.
Mario Maker type of thing. You got to finish
Exactly.
the level, otherwise, yeah.
Exactly. And then from there, there's another level up where like the dev and or mods will
Hmm.
also do it and then like give it an extra verification.
That's good. I'm glad that they've done that because yeah, that would be annoying if there was so many random stuff and then it's not sorted
You
properly.
can favorite, right? So
Yeah.
like when I play, what I do a good amount is like I'll just throw a bunch of randoms.
Hmm.
I'll play them, and right off the bat, I'm like, all right, like next, or all right, favorite. Maybe I'll come back to this.
Can you search for a specific one? Like, could I go in and search for your
So I've been told you can. I've yet to like really go
play it
about
out?
that, but in the Discord, I see like you can throw out suggestions,
Hmm.
and I was like sort by creator, and somebody was like, you can do that, and I was like, oh, okay, I
Okay.
must have missed it.
Okay. Fair
So
enough.
maybe you can. I've been told you can.
Yeah. So a lot of grab. Wow. Amazing. Fantastic. Who needs like PlayStation VR or PC VR when you can have bucket loads
Yeah,
of fun
grab
with
for free.
grab for
Yeah.
free on a quest? Amazing. Amazing. Anything else you wanted to say? Or that was the main it
I
seems like
played a
that's
couple like rhythm games,
grabbed
but
the
yeah,
most of
pretty
your
much it.
attention.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Perfect, perfect. I've been playing a lot of Star Wars.
Which one?
Immortal back to 2017, the OGs, just
Wow.
because I've been watching the Obi-Wan series on Disney Plus, and it's just got me in the mood. It's just got me in the mood. So
I'm
I really
waiting. I'm
wanted
waiting
to.
for the end.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen the three. I'm up to date at the moment, and it's. See, I'm not a massive Star Wars fan. Like, I do like it, but I'm not like into everything, right? But Obi-Wan, I because Ewan McGregor's obviously come back. Piqued my attention, and
Yeah.
it is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. But I really wanted some lightsaber duels, and that's the only kind of Star Wars one that actually offers that, because the other one is you're more with the blaster. So yeah, got into Vader Immortal 1, played a bit of the story, and Vader's intimidating as he always was when I first played this, like, way back. But episode 2 is where the dojo really shines, because you get the Force and you can throw your lightsaber and such. And that's scary, man, in the dojo, because you're all these bats and they can come at you and such, and you got to kill them before. And it's hard. Some of the dojo levels are quite hard, but it was just fun. It was just really fun to just, with your lightsaber and all that. Made me really want to buy a lightsaber, like one of those replica ones. You remember when we had Blair on last week?
Yeah.
He had like a replica one. So
I've seen those. Yeah.
I obviously Father's Day coming up, so I was like, that would be a great gift to get my dad. So I messaged Blair this morning. I was like, hey, Blair, what is the random question, but what is that? And then he gave me all the details about those sabers. Those sabers are about $600. Because US. It's not even Canadian. It's $600. And I was like, hold, and they're so back ordered as well.
Yeah. If you're gonna buy that, just buy a 256 Quest.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll buy a 256 Quest.
Yeah, at this point you're not.
At this point, I'm saving for the PlayStation, but we'll talk about that now. Let's go on to the VR news.
Okay.
Let's go on the VR news. So the state of play happened. The PlayStation state of play happened. Obviously, this is the Oculus podcast or Meta podcast, but we will talk about this one because they showed 4 or 5 titles.
Yeah, we're really a VR podcast.
Yeah, anything that's relevant. So RE4 is going to get a remaster, but as a flat game, which I'm very excited about because I really want to play that game as a remaster. But they are going to have some VR support, so not sure if it's going to be exactly the same as in terms of a full Resident Evil 4 game on PlayStation, but it might just have like little parts. But that's not really news. Resident Evil Village is going to get VR with motion controls, so that's going to be a good system seller for them, to be honest, because Resident Evil 7 was really good. And my biggest problem with Resident Evil Village, I didn't like it as much because it wasn't scary. I didn't think it was scary at all. I have like a pretty high tolerance when it comes to these games, and I think it wasn't scary. So I think I'm excited for the VR version because it's got to add a bunch of scares, right? I'm assuming, Samson, this is not for
100%. Yeah, not for me. I own RE4. I played the first 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's fair.
It wasn't like, oh, I don't like this. It was just like, actually, oh shit, I forgot. You know what I did play a solid hour or so of is fuck, what's that horror game? I'm sorry for my French.
Five Nights at Freddy.
No, the Oculus horror game that's cell shaded.
That's cell shaded?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm blanking.
All right, hold on. Let me open up my Oculus. This is sorry, everybody.
Open that up while we.
What lies beneath?
Lies beneath. Yeah,
bro.
Yeah.
I put it on easy mode, and I made sure I had a friend on Discord talking to me as I played. But yeah, pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie.
It's good. Yeah. No, I really like that game. It's I think the art style is really nice. What really got me, I don't know if you've got to this part, but there's a it's very early on where you're walking and the crows come at you. Mm-hmm. And I didn't expect the crow to fly at me.
Yeah, the crow. So the first time I killed the crow, I was like, shit, I just killed that crow.
Yeah.
Second time, I didn't kill it in time, and I was like, oh, that crow just hurt me.
Straight to your face. Yeah, it was pretty epic when that happens.
Anyway, sorry, I didn't need to bogart it away from Sony here.
No, Lies Beneath is dope.
Yeah, I'm not going to play probably Resident Evil, but it is sort of an FU to Meta, like, hey, we got a better RE4.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. They haven't said, it said PSVR, like some content, but I don't know if they'll have the full game. I don't think they'll have the full game. I feel like they'll just have a specific VR mode or game mode that's exclusive to PlayStation. Like not the actual game, but there might be like just an extra. But I don't think the full game is going to be in there. So props to Meta if they keep that. This is the interesting one. So Walking Dead Chapter 2 obviously had a new trailer. It was nice actually because the trailer we saw in the showcase was more about this one. It's not protagonist. It's is it antagonist? Whatever the opposite.
If it's a bad person.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So showcase that person, but in this trailer, it didn't really showcase that. It showcased another antagonist. This woman who was seems very upset by us or the tourists.
I
of
didn't
the
even know it
UK.
was a Walking Dead game, honestly, at first.
Me too. I actually thought this could be a completely different game, in a way. You could obviously tell if you really pay attention, but when I was watching, I was like, what is this game? This doesn't even look like it feels a little bit different, but maybe it's just the graphics were improved, because it's on PlayStation. I don't know. But anyway, the interesting part about this is that it said 2022 at the end. And then if you dig a little deeper, it says 2022 for PSVR, first one, 2023 for PlayStation VR 2. So I think that all but confirms that PlayStation VR 2 will be in
Yeah.
2023.
100% at this
Yeah.
point. Yeah.
Because
So does that
there's
mean it's going to have a PSVR 1?
support, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it'll be out
Interesting.
2022,
Because those are very
but
different, right? Controller wise, for sure.
completely different controller wise, yeah. Controller wise different. But I guess it's not a Walking Dead Chapter 2 is not like a full sequel. It's more like just building on the
Right.
same world. So it's not like it's pushing anything extra. Well, it might do but with the amount of zombies, but walkers. Anyway, but that was the interesting thing. It feels like PlayStation VR confirmed for 2023. They also had No Man's Sky,
That looked
which
dope.
looked really nice, and Horizon Call of the Mountain, which also looked really nice. I actually thought Horizon, because they were playing at the start, they were in the canoe, or
Mhm.
the little boat. I thought it was like that game that's making the rounds on PC VR at the moment with the
Oh,
boat.
Kayak VR,
Kayak,
the
that's it.
Mirage. Yeah.
Kayak, yeah. I thought it was like that, or I thought it was like what's that game in Oculus where you're just on a kayak but you're like a sniper? It's called Phantom Ops or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. I thought it was like that, but no. You get out the boat, you start climbing. You can actually just come. It looks like a full-fledged game. So
It did look linear, but yeah,
it looked linear, but yeah, like you'll be in little
it
areas. There's
did
no
look
like,
pretty freaking sweet and very graphically demanding and
yeah,
look, I mean, pretty fun. But yeah, it did look more linear, but not like a Vader Immortal, like, definitely
looks
still playing.
little bit more. Yeah,
Yeah.
Video Models, you're there for an experience, but
Yeah.
still amazing. And that was it. That was it. We didn't get any like more details about it or anything like that, even though we kind of
Just
know
a
what it's
state of play.
about.
Just a state of play.
Just a state of play. Did it wow you at all? Was there anything in there you're like, oh,
Did it wow? Oh, let me tell you the thing I'm most excited for.
yeah,
Stray,
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
cat, the
The
cat
cat
game,
game.
the cat game. That game looked freaking fun.
I was
All
like,
right,
what? It was like someone high playing, like when we made this game. It was insane.
listen,
For those of you who have not seen the state of play, Stray is like a adventure detective type game. It looked like, but you play as a cat.
yeah,
You're,
I've got no idea what type of game it is, but the movement looked cool, and you're a freaking cat.
you're just a cat. You're playing a cat, and you're doing all these like detective stuff. If it felt like for me, it was like like a stealth game, but just with a cat.
Yeah,
It looked cool. Honestly, it's like
yeah.
completely unique, right?
But VR wise, yeah,
No,
I'm not too. I mean, I'm not too excited. I like Walking Dead and Resident Evil. They're both zombie games. Like, not really my shtick.
I think
So I'd go with
Horizon.
Horizon. So yeah, I'd go with Horizon.
Honestly, that'll be the first. I'm probably gonna get it, and it will be the first thing I do is Horizon, and that's it. That'll be my. It'll be like my PC VR equivalent. We'll be getting one of those. Yeah, nothing like to shout home about. I think Nathy VR he put out a tweet saying Sony just blew out
Yeah, it
Quest
was
2
hyped up.
library out the water already, and I was like, what? I was like, what are you talking about? Like, absolutely, like there's still so much we need to see from this.
He came on Sadly Bradley's live stream at the end to talk about it, and
Yeah,
he came in fired up, like real
yeah,
amped up, way more than Brad, I felt.
yeah.
But
Probably trying to get a PlayStation.
I think he sort of I think he sort of came down, like, I don't know. He's just excited to see AAA content, like
Yeah.
PC VR
If Horizon Call of the
esque.
Mountain is a proper full game, which I think it actually will be,
Mateo
obviously,
thinks it'll be 5-6 hours. So.
yeah, exactly. If it's anything like Half-Life Alyx is still the standout full-on AAA game, right? So we are waiting for something like that, and it seems like Horizon could be pushing it.
I don't think it'll be that,
No,
but it will be great. It will
yeah,
be a great game. Yeah.
yeah, for sure. So we obviously have that PlayStation VR State of Play. Most likely PSVR 2 comes out in 2023, but the Pico Neo 3 Link, terrible, like Pico Neo 3 Link has released in Europe for 450 euros, i.e. $400 basically. It's pitched as
Wait, really? Dollars are that much cheaper?
450 euros. No. 450 euros go up. No.
Yeah,
My bad.
right.
It's like
I was like, wait a minute.
It's the other way around. $485, I think. So maybe or to $500.
More,
Yeah.
as long as it's more than 450.
You're like, holy, it's tanked.
I was like, wait a minute, I gotta buy some shit.
Yeah. Either buy more stocks or do something. Yeah. It's pitched as a consumer beta. Because they are saying that it's more of a, it's not like fully fledged yet. The store needs a lot of work and such, but obviously the early adopters are going to be there to help it. They have over 200 apps. They have like Super Hot, After the Fall, Walkabout, Demeo. Obviously they don't have Beat Saber. That's like one of the biggest things. They don't have
the Oculus exclusives or the Meta exclusives or whatever, but they've been pretty hard at getting devs. I know Justin told me they came after Samurai Slaughterhouse. Like they are out there
for sure,
like sending the emails.
They need IP. And they need, if they can get some exclusive IP or something, then, although they're probably never going to get something as big as Beat Saber, or who knows, but still, they need IP.
I mean, does Pico have any exclusives? I'd be curious. That would be bold by a dev.
That would be so risky for a dev. It's even risky to give a platform exclusive in VR unless it's someone like Sony or Meta. Market. Exactly, right. And you're just unproven as well. But the Pico does come with its own version of the Elite Strap and a link cable in that price. So $485 is actually probably the same price as a Quest once you factor in all the accessories and such.
I think you need some accessories for it though.
I'm obviously going to the UK for 5 weeks tomorrow. As people are hearing this, I'm in the air in the airplane. But I wonder if there's like any places that I could go try it out because I'm intrigued. I feel like it'd be very similar to the Quest, but a little bit more clunkier when it comes to the UI. That's what I'm feeling.
What you'll have to do is hit up your content creator friends over in Europe. Mac and VR, Gamertag, Beardo Benjo. I'm sure they all have them.
Yeah, but I think Gamertag definitely has them. Gamertag definitely has it because he had a video out for it, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, that's Pico VR. What I was going to ask though, Samson, we've got Pico, we have Sony's PSVR. I don't think either are like big competitions for Quest at all.
I mean, Pico's just so peculiar. It's like coming out to compete with the Quest 2 2.5 years after the Quest 2's come out.
With the same hardware, pretty much.
Yeah. So it'd be like if like a PS4 competitor came out right now.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, cool, but there's other stuff that's better.
Yeah, I'm fully fledged down.
But in this case, it's like, all right, there's other stuff that's better. It's right around the corner.
That's the thing. You got the Quest 3 next year for sure.
But I get it. There's probably a market of people who don't want Facebook.
Germany doesn't even have the Quest. So people can jump into Pico. I'm not a fan of the name. Oculus is so much better. You could go for if you really want something mental, you've got the Pixamax Crystal QLED. Did you see that headset that got shown off at all? I've lost you, Samson. I've lost you.
All right, sorry, I got caught on the Discord there.
Did you see the Pixamax Crystal QLED?
All right, no. Oh yes. The
$1,900.
Yeah, I stayed the freak away from the Pimax because, like, who knows what they're saying? They're just like spewing numbers.
I was about to say I just called it Pixamax twice. Then it's
no, that's why I was confused.
Definitely Pimax.
But yeah, it's
standalone VR,
and it's like $1,900, right?
$1,900 USD, and that does not include taxes for my European friends.
And they have their own like storefront. Yeah, it's not. I mean, bold. I love it. I love competition.
They've literally
it's good. But like, show us it, right? Like they've only talked about it.
I mean, we've
shows.
got the picture of it. That's about it. They've thrown everything at it. The kitchen sink is at it. They've got a 3K per eye, 160 hertz, 110-degree field
But
rate.
no, but there's no proof.
That's what they say. They're rocking the Qualcomm XR2 chip, which I think is the really expensive one above the Quest chip. I don't like the look of it. It's very sharp, but
And
who's
they have
buying?
the changeable like face
Yeah,
plates, right? Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. I didn't write this in the script, but I just had to point it out because if the Pico is like on this scale, if you really want something crazy, it's
Yeah.
standalone. Thing is, I feel like our wireless options work so well. Like I think the PSVR is going to be wireless tethering to the PlayStation. I feel like that would be a good call if they
Eventually.
can. But like the HTC and even the Quest with AirLink and such, they got good wireless solutions for the PC VR. I'd rather get a PC VR for like $1,000 PC. Like that'll be a decent PC, right? And then plus your Quest headset, and that'll still be less than that headset. But yeah, anyways. Okay, let's move on to El Dorado. We have Walkabout Mini Golf, which pretty much announced and released within like a few days of the new Lost Cities DLC. A lot of us were right. They did have one more course in the pipeline just before the Labyrinth DLC. It's part of the Lost Cities DLC that will release probably as a package later on. You've got Rain at Night. Samson, before we talk about this course, I just want to mention Dave, who's in the group, is in our Discord chat, who literally just posted as we are recording. He goes, "Okay, y'all, no spoilers. I'm just gonna say the new course is no joke. First playthrough on easy plus 13, including 3 holes I maxed out. This is, in my opinion, the hardest course they've released yet. At least I found 10 more of the balls so he can do the fox and for the rain." Have you played it?
So I haven't played it, but I did hop into it in practice mode. And I did go find the first 10 balls like in practice mode on the easy so I could then hop in and just like fly around the hard.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't wait to actually play it. But on the easy, like if you fly up high, this fog that like it gets in the way of your view, so
And
you
the
have to
trees
go
too.
close. Yeah, well the trees too, yeah, but like if you oh man, it's so cool. It's so cool what they've done. I'm not sure how rain affects it or anything, or if it does, but yeah, it like vibe wise and graphically, woo.
Dude, I cannot resonate. I cannot resonate. I cannot what's the word? Echo what Dave just said in the Discord. I played it just before we went on air here, and I rage quit after 12 holes. It's so hard. It's so nice, like it's lovely. But there was one hole, I think it was hole 10, which really I think that's what made me rage quit a couple holes later. Hole 10 is this crocodile opening its mouth, right? And you got to hit it inside the crocodile. I mean, I think there's a shortcut if you can try, but you got to hit it inside the crocodile and it should roll down, right? So I hit it inside the crocodile and I'm waiting for the ball. I'm like, okay, I can't hear it. Where is the ball? I press my trigger and it puts me right on the face of the crocodile. I can't even see where the ball is. And then I hit it. I'm like this. I'm trying to hit it. And then I finally hit it and it still gets stuck. And then I just crawl onto my floor to try and see where the ball is, and it's literally behind. It keeps getting stuck
You
behind the
found a
teeth.
bug, huh?
It keeps getting stuck behind the teeth. It wasn't a bug. It was just the way the teeth are. It just got stuck in the teeth. So I had to like try and hit it out the mouth and then try and hit it back in. Um, so I don't know if it's a bug, but just like this course is hard. I think hole 3 uh, there's I don't want to spoil it too much because obviously we'll talk about it more next week after you've played it too, but there's one hole where it's like a Tethy Station type of hole where you have to hit it off a platform, but in
Mm-hmm.
Tethy Station you hit it off this platform and it goes into the hole's like a in its own hole itself, so it's guaranteed a hole in one if you hit it on the platform into the hole, right? In El Dorado, there's like 3 different tiny platforms, and you got to hit it onto there to get it onto the green and then put it in. And if you miss, you got to go the scenic route, and the scenic route's hard too. I maxed out, I think, 3 or 4 times. I did get one hole in one though. Did get one hole in one, so it wasn't all bad. But I think if I continued, I would have probably got 13 plus as well. And Dave's a pretty good player. I've played with him a few times, and he's like really good. I think he's beaten me like a few times actually when we played. And yeah, it's no joke. So yeah, I'm not sure. So in the night mode, we have rain. So I haven't played it because I haven't unlocked it yet. I couldn't even find the balls. I couldn't even find the
The
balls.
balls were hard to find, but I did like that's all I was doing in practice mode. Like I was just in
Yeah.
my car at work, flying around trying to find balls.
Yeah, a beautiful, beautiful course though. It is in a forest. Um, kind of reminds me of there's this one kind of shaped architectural building or sculpture or whatever you call it, which looks like the Aztecs or something. Is what I would think.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a cool hole with like a monkey holding its hands up and down, and you got to get it in its hands. It's like there's some really good. I don't know if there's any holes. I mean, I didn't see it in the first 12 that like really messes with the physics, but it's like it's crazy golf. Like it's
A lot of
crazy golf.
movement. Yeah.
A lot of movement, a lot of making sure you get it into the right. There's a few holes, there's a couple holes where you got to get it into holes to get it onto the green, but there's like they're scattered, and there's a few that they're like if you get it in the hardest one, you probably get a hole in one, but they're scattered, and it's yeah, tough course. I can't wait to play more. I can't wait to play more. It is what $3 normally or two
hmm
dollars or something on the store like normal. And out now. So go get El Dorado because it honestly I feel like if it's your first time playing Walkabout, don't start in El Dorado. El Dorado and
Sure.
Tessie Station, stay away for a bit.
Actually, you know what's funny? Tonight at watching the Celtics game, I went to a bar
Mm-hmm.
local and started talking to this dude I'd never met before.
Mm-hmm.
Funny enough, guy has a quest. Only game guy plays
Walkabout?
Walkabout,
Of course he does.
and he hasn't played it in months. But still, when he did play it, only game he played
Did
was
Walkabout.
Walkabout.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then
It's
I asked him about Golf Plus. I was like, "Oh, so like, are you a golfer?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, have you tried Golf Plus?" He's like, "Yeah, it was too complicated. I like the mini golf." I was
yeah.
like, "Yeah, I get it. I
I
totally
feel
get it."
you. Yeah, I feel you for sure. Like the Golf Plus is like fun, but you play one course and you're exhausted, but Walkabout?
Let's just Walkabout. You need no buttons. You just go up to it and boom.
Dumb. Yeah. It's so good. Yeah. It's the game that I show a lot of people when I show them VR. Like that game is yeah, I can't wait to play more of that course. But yeah, that's Eldorado. We'll probably talk about it more after we played more. But I'm excited to jump into the night. It visually looks stunning. Um, and it has beautiful lighting effects. But you know, that is Walkabout. They just keep upping their game in Labyrinth. I tell you now, Labyrinth is gonna be mental.
Definitely
Um,
sets my expectations from that high.
yeah, for sure. I reckon it will come out in August, I assume. It could be July, August, July. I think that's Labyrinth, and then we're gonna probably have one every month. So we're very spoiled in the Walkabout. We're gonna have so many courses. That shack is gonna be stuffed
They'll
with.
need another shack. Yeah.
Don't need you're gonna have to get a bigger shack for sure. All right, so let's walk about. Let's talk about Demeo. Demeo is getting a two-player doubles mode where great feature that they're going to put in. No release date on it yet, but doubles mode means instead of having four players, you can just play with two players, and then each of you can control two heroes each, which is amazing because it
Yeah.
makes it much more accessible for more
Pretty good
people.
idea. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for
I
sure. And
like
that
it.
obviously that will come out in the PC version as well, the flat screen version. The next news story is Pistol Whip as well. Pistol Whip new contracts mode is coming out on the 16th of June. We spoke about this a few
I thought they were
podcasts.
done. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, they're still. I thought they were going to move on to. When they did say they're going to move on to some AAA titles soon. But they did mention this a couple months ago. But basically, contracts mode allows players to collect brag-worthy rewards by completing specific and time-critical missions. So I don't know if they're adding any new songs, but it would just be like just
Yeah,
more,
challenges.
yeah, more challenges that you could do. Maybe ranking the leaderboards. That game is. I don't know how much they can more add apart from putting more songs in there, I guess. But
Or
yeah,
an actual multiplayer.
for sure, for sure. And then let's round off the news story with your favorite franchise, Top Gun.
Oh yes.
Top Gun comes.
I haven't hopped into flight sim in a minute or two, mostly because I've been so sucked into Grab.
So this looks
But yeah,
amazing. So Top
a
Gun
free
comes
expansion.
to
Yeah.
comes to the flight simulator for free. It has a bunch of missions, challenges, and I think a couple aircrafts. There's 3 training missions, like separate from that, and then what it says you allows you to master radical flight maneuvers, including unrestricted takeoff, split S maneuvers on low altitude, high speed maneuvering through complex terrain. I don't know what split S maneuvers are, but I'm sure you
Google it,
you
YouTube it.
you flight people will know. I probably saw it in the film and just didn't have a clue what it is. There's 5 high speed and low level challenges and a carrier deck for landing. Hypersonic aircraft, and they also have the hypersonic aircraft that can go up to Mach 10 speed and climb higher than 150,000 feet, which you can basically. I think I saw an image where
It's
you can
pretty high.
go into space with that. Yeah, I won't say anything about the aircraft. I won't say any spoilers, but I have seen that aircraft and it's fast. It can actually go. That aircraft can go from it. They did LA to London in 3.7 hours, I think.
Oof.
Which is normally a 10-hour
Imagine being
flight.
able to commute that one.
Well, that's the thing. I'm like,
Yeah.
if the plane I'm going on tomorrow, or as you're listening to this now, it's a 10-hour flight. It's like, get me on that. I'll be
You must have a layover, don't you? You stop in like New
no,
York or something. Will you go
no.
straight from Vancouver to London?
Yeah, yeah. It's 10-hour flight.
That that's that exists? Which way do you go? Wait,
We
you're like
we go up towards Greenland and then come down to London, and it's 10 hours. Yeah.
that's crazy.
So we don't go across to like Toronto, but we go up because of physics.
Yeah,
Curvature of the earth. But yeah, and it's 10 hours.
must get cold.
This is actually my first flight that's gonna be direct. Normally I have a layover either in Seattle or Calgary, but first one that's gonna be direct, which is gonna be nice.
Seattle seems like such a stupid layover.
Seattle,
If you're going to England from fucking BC.
yeah, I know. Dude, the Seattle to Vancouver flight is literally you up and then you down.
Yeah, it's like going to Boston and New York. It's like, all right,
also
45-minute flight.
also the worst flight I've ever been on in Seattle to Vancouver because there's so much turbulence. Everything, and they
Small
always
plane,
give you like
yeah.
the small plane, so it's always like rattling as hell. Definitely the most uncomfortable flight I've been on. So I'm glad I'm not going to Seattle to do that. All right. Are you gonna check out Top Gun flight sim? It's free.
Not soon.
It's free.
Not soon.
You put Danger Zone on in the background.
I'm not getting into flight sim in a
Fly
while.
up the
I've
American
got too
flag.
much crab to play, Dan.
Is that crab or grab?
Grab. I've got too much grab. I
And-
also won Little Cities. God, I've got to play it.
Oh, okay. I thought you said like you completed the game, you've won it.
No, I haven't won it. I haven't played it.
But
But I did. I won their giveaway. I won like a friggin' awesome. Like it's like a snuggy hoodie blanket.
sick. Have it come?
Come on.
Oh, not yet.
Oh yeah, it came. Oh yeah, it's fucking great.
Sick. Yeah.
But it's it's summer, so bad timing.
Yeah. All right. So let's go talk about the games out this week. We have 2 games out this week. Samson, do you want to start?
Yeah, I'll start. I had to look at it really quickly to see if I could read all the words. All right. Still not sure I can. The Last Clockwinder. It'll be out by the time you're hearing this. Your mission is to repair the clock tower, an ancient haven for the galaxy's plants and seeds. Use the Clockwinder's gloves to turn every task into a looping clockwork automation. These clones can do everything you can do, from planting to cutting to throwing items through the air. Create an interconnected system of automations to grow plants, harvest resources, and work together to save the clock tower.
Yeah.
And no, it looks pretty cool. It's a lot of like, playing with yourself in not a crude way.
I thought this had hand tracking because the way you said that, but it doesn't. It's on Oculus Touch. Decent reviews. It got a lot of decent reviews. So definitely check out Last Clockwinder. At least the trailer. The other game that's out as you're watching this is the First Person Tennis, the Real Tennis Simulator. One of the worst names for games.
It's a short title.
First Person Tennis. Did you know it was a tennis game?
Third person, right?
Yeah, something like that. Now you can play on a real tennis court and face professional tennis players. Show all your technical and tactical skills to climb the ranking. This game was on App Lab, but it's no longer, and it'll be available now on the Oculus Store. A few features: it's got arcade and simulation mode, online multiplayer. There's 3 ways to travel across the court. You got a teleport, which I don't know how that's going to work well. But you've got this like run in place and sliding run. One-handed serve. You've got 7 different court surfaces. 13 different tournaments, including 4 Grand Slams. You've got a global leaderboard. You got a fully customizable 3D characters. Honestly, first of all, I would say you probably need a 12 by 12 play space, 12 by 12 meter play space.
I don't think it's 1-to-1 movement.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it depends on your running.
I watched BMF play a solid 10 to 15 minutes of this
Just
on his
still?
BMF gaming playing. Yeah, I mean, I think he's just standing still, and it didn't look great.
No, I didn't think it looked great too, but then I saw the reviews on the Quest because obviously people played it via App Lab, and a lot of people liked it.
Listen, even BMF was like getting frustrated. He's like, I swear I'm hitting it, and it's not hitting it.
Yeah, that's true.
What the frick? And
That's
when
true.
you hear BMF say, what the frick, you know it's no good.
Especially he likes a lot of the games. Yeah, I agree. But who's to say? The reviews.
Hey, listen,
are decent.
You know what? Wasn't there a ping pong game that came out, I believe?
Yeah.
What a bold move. What a bold move.
What is it called? Like real ping pong or something like that?
Something real cheeky. And I'm not gonna lie, I want to try it. I'm curious. I'll wait to read the reviews. But what a bold move.
Yeah, that is called VR Ping Pong Pro. Yeah, it's got one. I just went on the Oculus Store. 1-star rating out of 26. People said back to the oven. Don't make the mistake I did. Poor quality. Horrible. I wish I read the reviews. Where is the quality control? This is so buggy. The developers are responding to this. Poor bouncing physics, buggy. Would be acceptable as a free app, maybe $2. Reviews, it's tanked. Whether or not that's just people mad because there's 11 table tennis, but the reviews tanked. So
really, so there you have it.
Yeah, there you have it. That is VR Ping Pong Pro. At the same time, the First Person Tennis, 130 ratings, and it's got almost 5 stars. A lot of people are loving it. So I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, they're the games out this week. Samson, do you have a driver's ed?
Not like a current one, but I do remember one from like about a month ago. So I came up to this red light and I seen these ducks like waiting. These ducks were waiting at the crosswalk, and light turns green, so I go, and there weren't that many cars behind me, so I see the ducks go, and then I'm basically taking like a big U-turn, so like I'm on the other side of where I was, pretty shortly, and I see an ambulance that's coming, and I'm just like, oh no, this ambulance ain't gonna stop for these ducks.
No.
What's gonna happen? But the ducks made it.
The ducks made it. Oh
yeah,
god,
the ducks made it.
So what's the education in this one?
Oh, just be careful of animals.
Just just ambulances, like just be careful.
Just be careful of the animals.
Right.
Yeah.
Be careful of the animals. Well, if the ducks unfortunately got squashed, technically, wouldn't the ambulance have to stay back because there's a medical emergency right there? Or would they have to call another ambulance to come out?
Oh, man. I don't know. It's getting pretty meta.
It's getting... Ooh, and on that, let's end the show. thanks for everyone who's been watching. Thanks for everyone who's been listening. Apologies, this one's late, but maybe we'll see you on time next week. I am in the UK, so we'll see how timing works. But check us out on Discord for any updates on Let's Talk Oculus. We will be doing video podcasts as I'm there. It just schedule might be tiny different. But anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.